Hey guys, how are you this evening? Well, I wanted to talk about a couple of things tonight. I want to kind of dive in, and as you guys know, I'm talking a great deal about genealogy and tracing your roots. But I also want to talk about something really key here, and I think we've been hearing a lot about reparations. Reparations for the descendants of slaves, right? So I want to pose a question to everybody tonight. You know, what do you think is most powerful? A million people walking to Washington, D.C., demanding reparations? Or a million people with documentation that says that their ancestors owned land, had their land stolen, had their towns burned to the ground, etc., etc., etc. You guys see where I'm going with this, right? So when you start diving into your genealogy, you're going to find lots of information around land grants, around property, around deeds, wills, all of those things. So I'm going to say this, we have to start moving away from just protesting and talking. We got to start playing chess, not checkers. And we got to start compiling our paperwork because that is going to be key to proving so much has happened to us. Because, and I think many of us know how to do this. We know how to go into records and look at archives and do research and all of those things like that. But when you talk about building something really solid, right, you are not just talking about, I don't know, getting what's owed to you, if you will, but you're also talking about legacy. And I want to, bring up the case of Bruce's Beach. This has been in the news a lot lately about this, this family, this quote unquote African American family that is getting their land back. It is currently called Manhattan Beach, but it was called Bruce's Beach back in the day when they had their land illegally taken from them through what was called eminent domain. So go look that case up. Google it. You'll see a lot about that case. And but I think the most important thing to really take away from that particular situation is it wasn't just about a land back, movement or land back goal, which is of course something else to talk about in another video. But this is actually a family fighting for decades to get the powers that be to recognize that the land that they once had actually belongs to them. So get to digging into those archives, get to doing your research, and really start to put paper on this stuff, because that is really going to be so much more powerful than just saying I'm owed for 40 acres and a mule because the government said it was once going to give it to me. Let's again start playing chess, not checkers. I'll talk more about reparations later, but I just want to put that bug in your ear. Okay, talk to you guys soon.